Hi guys, how are you? It is Missy, and in today's video I'm going to be playing with my makeup, and I think I'm going to try to do like a gold and berry kind of a fall look. So I will be doing my eyes first. So to prep my eyelids, I'm going to use the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I am in the shade Fair. Let me tell you something about this concealer. I have a love-hate relationship with it. It is the first ever like high-end YouTube made me buy it product that I ever purchased, and I tried it a few times in different ways and I hated it, and I was like, what does everybody see in this? And then I tried it as my eyeshadow base once when I did like a more glam look, and I really liked it like that. So there is that. And the reason I'm doing my eyes today is because I am going to be using some berries and some golds, and I don't want any fallout to ruin my face makeup. Pardon my mom hair. I've been doing, oh, you know, Sunday relaxing things, laundry, dishes, cooking, taking the dog to the groomer, the normal relaxing stuff I get to do on the weekends. All right, so I will be using my Jeffree Star Blood Sugar palette. I love this palette. I love the tones in this palette. I love the formula. Jeffree Star Causemetics has the best eyeshadow formula in my opinion. And I think I'm going to use this shade. Swatch is so pretty, and I've never worn it all over the eye before, so I might do that and maybe just deepen it with some of these berry tones in here. So to get started, I'm going to go into the shade, I'm going to go into the shade Sugarcane right here. This is my favorite transition shade. There is a bit of a shift of pink or purplish tone to it. So anytime I'm doing a look like this, I do like to use that. Just going to take this on my fluffy brush. I was using loose glitters and loose pigments that I have them, but they just sit in my drawer. I never use them. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to do it today. Huh, now I know why they just sit there. They are a pain. Not worth it. And my kids are playing Mario Kart or something, so if you hear them screaming in the background, I'm sorry. Okay, so once that is in there, I think I'm just going to go straight into the shade Donor. That's that goldish copper shade, and this, it's so buttery. Let me just swatch this for you because it's crazy. I mean, that's like one swatch right there. It's insane. It is insane. So I love that color, and again, I've never put it all over the lid, so that's what I'm going to do today, and we're just going to see what happens. And I do know with Jeffree Star Cosmetics shadows, at least with this palette, there's not a lot of fallout, but just in case, I didn't want to, the way my look's been going today, I didn't want to have my full face, do my eyeshadow, and then have to take everything off. So I'm just laying this down with my finger. Okay, so once I feel like that is good and placed on there, I'm going to take the shade Cake Mix, which is the deeper shade to Sugarcane, and just kind of clean up any of the edges on top and just blend everything together in the crease. There we go. So for the outer corner to deepen everything up, I'm going to use the shade Extraction right here. This is well, that's not Extraction, that's Extraction. I'm going to be using the shade Extraction right here. It's a gorgeous berry tone. And I was kind of worried that it wouldn't go over Donor, this gold shade. I thought it might have some trouble, but it is going over there beautifully. I have a really hard time doing my eyes first because I feel like whenever I do my makeup, the eyes are like the bow on the present. So I know that sounds so ridiculous, but like I just feel like I can't tell if I like this eye look because I have no other makeup on. All I see when I do my eyes first is my acne scarring, my dark circles, you know the drill. I love this shade so much. I'm going to just blend it gently up into the crease a little bit. And then take my blending brush and just blend it all together. The one thing that's good about doing your eyeshadow first is it's more forgiving as far as your outer corners and things like that go. But this shade will stain your eyes. I don't mind it. I mean, I can just throw a concealer on or something, but just to be forthcoming about that, any deep red or pink can stain the eyes. All right, so once I feel like that is on there, I am going to take the shade Sweetener right here. And this shade is so cool. It almost has a coral kind of a shift. But I'm just going to place that just on the inner third of the eye, just to brighten that up just a little bit. Okay, and I think I'm going to leave the eyeshadow just as it is for now. If I want to add something or change it, I will do it after my makeup, the rest of my makeup's on, so I get a better picture of what I'm doing. All right, so now that that is on there, I'm just going to take a makeup wipe and just clean everything out and just straighten this edge. There we go. Okay, so to prime the face today, I'll be using my e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. I love this stuff. It's just easy. I know it works. I don't have to worry about it breaking me out. Just be careful not to get my brows. For foundation today, this is actually the foundation I used in my No Brand makeup video, but I am telling you right now, this Believe Beauty from Dollar General, you heard me correct, Dollar General, it's $5, and it is really, really a nice foundation. I reached for it over and over again, and even over some of my higher end or my favorite drugstore. And I'm in the shade Nude, so I'm just going to take some on my brush as per usual. I'll be placing this on with my brush and then going in later after the product is laid down with my sponge. I'm carefully taking my sponge around my eyebrows and my eyeshadow just to press everything in and make sure it looks seamless. Okay. In this foundation, it really is, it's medium coverage. You can build it up. It wears nicely throughout the day. I didn't like it the first time I used it, but I think it was the primer I used, and I can't remember what primer it was. It wasn't the Poreless Putty Primer. It was a different primer that I brought because I bought it when I went up to Chicago. But so for concealer, I'll be using my e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo. I mixed the shades Light Peach and Light Beige. And this is another concealer. You only need a little bit. And my back is killing me today. Just problems. And the light beige is a bit darker, so I'm just taking that around anywhere I want a little more coverage. Taking my sponge and blending that in. Okay, so my concealer is done, my foundation is done. Moving into powder, I'll be using the Jeffree Star Cosmetics Magic Setting Powder. I use the shade Fair. I know there's translucent and darker ones. This to set my under eye area first. And I do like to take my smaller brush just around my smile lines and my nose, where I feel like there's more creasing. Then take my big fluffy brush. Okay, so we are good on the face. We've had such great fall weather here. For the past, well, this weekend was really nice. Yesterday was really nice. We went apple picking and the kids rode a few rides and it was just a really fun day. Gorgeous weather for it. They were well behaved, which is also a plus. I need to bronze up the skin so I don't look like a ghost. I will be using the Rimmel Natural Bronzer in the shade 22 Sun Bronze. I really like this bronzer. I like the tone of it. And you know what I have not tried yet, and I almost picked it up today at Target, but I told myself not to because I don't need it, is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I don't have it. And I've heard such good things about it. And yeah. I'll pick it up someday. Oh yes, my skin needed this so much. It's so funny because when I'm looking in my mirror over here, for some reason my face looks kind of yellow, but it looks fine on the camera, which is what matters because, again, I'm not going anywhere or doing anything when I'm done filming this, besides bed. And for highlight, I'm going to use the Huda Beauty 3-dimensional highlighter palette, and there's cream and powder products in here, but I'm just going to go into the shade Seashells, I guess it's supposed to be seashells, this champagne color here. This was another product I was pretty underwhelmed by, but I decided to give it another go. Oh my goodness, somebody is either doing really good in a video game or really bad. I'm switched to my finger because I wasn't getting the intensity I needed, and then I'll just go in. There we go. Take this down the nose, just right above my brows. Cupid's bow, not getting anything. There we go. Okay, we're glowing. Glowing too much. And for blush, I'm going to be using the Sephora Colorful Collection blush in the shade Shame on You. This is one of my favorite blushes. Also, I have a lot of favorite blushes. It's not hard to become one of my favorite blushes. All right. It's just a nice, it's a little deeper, but I kind of like it for this kind of look and for fall. And what I think I am going to do, if my hair ever gets out of my way, is take the shade Tahiti in this Huda Beauty palette right here, and just take the same bronzer brush that I used, and I just want to kind of stamp a little bit on there. I don't want like a complete glowy bronze, but I want a little oomph to my skin. All right, so now let's go back. Oh, this hair. Let's go back to the eyes. So I am liking the way everything's looking. I am going to take, the shade Sweetener again from the Jeffree Star palette, and just take a little bit of that and go along my brow bone. Just a little bit here. There we go. Okay, and then for my lower lash line, I'm going to just be repeating the steps I did on my eyelids and do the same thing down here, but I'm going to actually start with extraction and just run this under, making sure to connect my shadows. And I want to take this all the way because I want kind of a dramatic lower lash line. And this shade Extraction is so pretty. All right, and then I'm going to take the shade Donor, which is that gorgeous gold bronze color. I'm using the same brush. Tap off the extra because I don't want anything. And I'm just going to take this on my inner third. Perfect. There we go. And because I never take my eyeshadow out far enough, I'm just going to blend this together. There we go. All right. I'm trying to decide if I want to do an eyeliner or not, and I can't decide. You know what? I'm going for it. I am going to take the House Eye Liner, House Laboratories, and line just a thin line, nothing crazy, on my top lashes. Okay, I think that helped. I like that a lot. Just add a little bit more. There we go. I'm going to use my Huda Beauty palette and take that same Seashells shade right here, and I'm just going to place this in the inner corner and then up a little bit right in here. All right, so before I go in with lashes and lips, I'm going to set my face with the Pixi Glow Mist. Shake this up first. Just melt everything together. For lashes today, I'm going to be using my NYX On The Rise Volume Liftscara, and I will be layering it up with the Thrive Causemetics Lash Extensions Mascara. It's a mouthful. So I'm just going to pop one coat of the On The Rise Liftscara on. Okay, so for my second coat, I'm going to go into the Thrive Causemetics Liquid Lash Extensions Mascara. And I do like this combo a lot. It gives me really thick, clumpy lashes, which I do enjoy for a look like this. Okay, so getting into lips, and I'm really excited about this. And this, when I was at Target today, I saw these two things, and that is really what inspired this whole look today. So I'll be starting off with the Wet n Wild Gel Lip Liner in the shade Plum Together. I love this lip liner. And it's so cheap. It's less than $5, and it's so good. So I'm going to line my lips with this. All right, so my lips are lined, and then to fill them in, I will be using the E.l.f. Tinted Lip Oil. I got the shade Berry Kissed. I've never used this before, so we'll see how it goes. And Chewy, my other dog, is barking. You know, the only time I'd be able to film a video without any sound or interruption would be at like 4 in the morning. And that's not happening. Oh, I like that. It's very comfortable on the lips. That is so pretty. I will definitely be using this for sure. They had other colors. I didn't know if I would like a tinted lip oil or not, if I would like settle into the cracks of my lips, and I definitely did not want that. And it doesn't seem to be doing that, so I might be picking up some more shades, some more wearable, like everyday throw in my purse kind of shades. So we'll see how it wears and things. I'm curious to see if it lasts. But all right, you guys, this is the final look. I really like how everything turned out. I love this eye shade. I love the purple. I love the berry. It's very fall kind of glam look. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please show me some love by liking, commenting, and subscribing. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.